Welcome back to the channel, guys. So I've been doing a little bit of thinking the last few days about changing my channel's content and structure a little bit. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrap the fundamentals. No more fundamentals about coins. If I feel like there's anything important, I'll just say it while I'm talking about the chart, and I'm going to replace it with just a market update for the day. So I'll go through Bitcoin, Ethereum, total market cap 1, 2, and 3, and BTC dominance. That'll be like the first third of the video, and the second and third of the video will just be about the coin itself, the crypto. So nothing's going to change. I'm still going to compare them to Ethereum. I'm still going to compare them to BTC. I'm still going to do price predictions, but we're just going to double down on the chart and really just give a market update overall, and then diving into that selected crypto a little bit more. This is going to help it so I don't have to spend so much time researching cryptos. I think there's other crypto YouTubers out there who focus way better on the fundamentals than I can, and also it just helps me not edit as much and spend as much time researching. So I can just pump out more content. It's more sustainable, and I'll be able to really just double down on the charts and hopefully give you guys what you're after, which is chart analysis. So don't be afraid. Give me the feedback below if you like this sort of content or not. Be as open and honest as you can. I've never deleted a comment on YouTube so far, so I'm pretty easygoing, and I'm a gamer as well. So we've copped if you're a gamer, you have some pretty thick skin with what people can say. But let's get right into the market update. So we'll start off with Bitcoin. Now, how's Bitcoin been tracking? Well, all of crypto's been moving. Obviously, things move with Bitcoin now. I've got my 50% retracement still here at $49,139. We're still a ways away from it at 44,000. Does look like we want to keep moving in that direction. Something to really pay attention to with Bitcoin is the volume. Volume is really important because you're able to see how many weak hands there are getting shaken out. And you can see we've had a lot of red volume going from the 4th of December all the way up to the 22nd. So it's a lot of selling, a lot of red bars. So you want to focus on the 22nd of January, and notice how the bar is even bigger than the 21st of January in terms of the volume. So we had more volume on the 22nd of January than we did on the 21st of January. But look at the bar sizes. Look how the one with more volume is much smaller than the one with a smaller volume but a bigger bar. So what that says is that the weak hands is pretty much done at this point. We've had such a massive sell-off and we could be ready to rally up again. Anything can happen, especially with these uncertain times with Ukraine and Russia's relationship, America, all these variants, anything can change, and crypto is very sensitive to news. So you always want to be conservative when you're approaching your cryptos if you're investing short-term or trading short-term. And I always said that in all of my videos that I would expect Bitcoin to go between the 618 mark and the 50% mark. And you can even look back at my videos. I was basically saying I expected Bitcoin to go around here. I did say, however, though, I expected it to go for 6 months, which, I mean, we're just almost halfway through February and we've already blown past that mark. So I was a bit off on that one, but there was a bit of accumulation happening here. Then we've had some really good up volume days here, and the price has steadily gone up. It looks like we might still need a little bit because I see this bar here on the 10th of February where we tried to attempt at the 236 mark, failed, and we'll probably have another go before we start trying to break through. If we break through, the next area is the major 50%. And if we break that, then I'm still very bullish for Bitcoin long term. What I do expect to happen though is we'll probably get some sort of retracement to the down end. I think what will happen is we'll probably go somewhere about that, and then we'll start making our way before we start going up again. I just don't see Bitcoin having any major move until at least Q4. I'm happy to be wrong on that one, but I just feel like we've had such a run up in 2021. We need some time to cool off, but crypto does move quite hard and quite fast, and you can already see how much selling happens, how quickly it happens before the price starts getting bought back up straight away. So that's Bitcoin. The next one is Ethereum here that I've got. So I've drawn my trend lines, and this was the major trend I'm looking at, and you can already see that we are hitting a bit of resistance at the moment with that trend. Similar to BTC, we had very high volume coming on the 21st of Jan, 22nd of Jan, and the 24th of Jan with Ethereum. And that really would have signaled that all the weak hands were played out. So you can see increased volume, increased selling, bars getting smaller while volume is increasing, shows that the supply is getting bought up. And of course, now you're starting to see some green bars and we're starting to move on a little bit here. I'm looking for us to break through this trend and of course, start making an attempt on our major 50%, which is at $3,280. And you can see we've attempted it a few times with Ethereum and failed a few times. So this will definitely be a major point of resistance with Ethereum. I do expect us to battle it, maybe poke our heads above it, but I do anticipate us to coming down. I have a slightly more bearish look short term with crypto. Long term, I think it's good. Otherwise, I wouldn't be in this market. But I think that, I'll be happily proven wrong if Ethereum can push past it. But at the moment, I'm still playing a little bit conservative, like I said, just because of all the news around the world and the fact that we've had such a run up in 2021. Now let's have a look at the total market cap for crypto. This includes all cryptos. And you can see at the moment, we are right on the 1.952 trillion mark, which is pretty much bang on the 50%. I actually haven't touched this chart in a while. I've left all my drawings there. You can see the the font has changed because it was the old font I was using with the colors being very solid around the line. And you can already see that the extension tool can be fantastic. So 786 mark, a lot of support in that mark, got through, pushed through on good volume on the 618 mark, found support on it, and now we're aiming for the 50%. So we're pushing past or aiming for these resistance barriers, which is what you want to be able to see. Have a look at total 2, which doesn't include Bitcoin. This is really dictates if the market is in a bull run or not by most people's standards. And you can see we fell below our 50%, came through again, support on the 1 mark this time, going for the 786 mark, found support on it, and now next mark we have our eyes on is the 618 mark. And this is what I'm expecting to see with other cryptos. Poke head above, come down, find support, attempt again, probably another pushback down. But that's just my analysis. That's what I think. Happily be proven wrong, of course. Now we go for total market cap 3, which is all the cryptos except for Bitcoin and Ethereum. And once again, you can see support finding on the 1 mark, coming through, pushing through the 786 mark, going through the 50% mark, coming down, back down, testing almost perfectly on the 786 mark again. So bull market is starting to take a little bit of a ramp up, but you're really looking at the major 50% if we can start pushing past that barrier. And lastly, before we start going into Polkadot for today's video, I decided to have a quick look at the market BTC dominance, and you can see that dominance has been on the rise. I do anticipate BTC's dominance to continue to rise. We're at 43%. I see it going at a maximum of that 50% mark, which is around 44%. I don't see Bitcoin going past that mark. I think there's too much confidence with alts at this point. People don't look at altcoins the way they used to. People have a lot more confidence in it. They understand the game, the way that it's meant to be played, the volatility. So I don't think BTC will be able to maintain more than a 44% dominance, maximum 45% in my opinion, before we start to see it dip down again. So BTC dominance on the rise, but not for long, I don't think, but not much higher than it currently is. Okay, so let's start with Polkadot, or DOT as it's called, its ticker code. Everyone knows what Polkadot it is, just basically a bridge to help other blockchains communicate with each other. And Polkadot is one of those coins that has struggled a little bit recently, not as bad as other ones that I've reviewed on the channel. So you can see I talked a lot about cryptos finding support at the low they did on the 20th of July, which is right here. Polkadot is still a while away from it. So you can see we are a good healthy weight above it. Still looking a bit weak because we did break down quite heavily, but at least we're not breaking down past the low we did on the 20th of July. A lot of cryptos did that. A lot of cryptos found support on the low. You don't really want to see that. You want to see them at least finding some support above the major low they put in on the 20th of July. So Polkadot did do that, which I like to see. We did find support once again on the 50% mark on the extension tool at $17.41. And I'm really bullish on Polkadot because you can see the selling looks like it's finally stopped. A little bit of smart buying you can see here. Look at the little green bars, little green, small red, green. And one of the other things to really look into is you're looking for the bar to close high. So closed high, closed high, closed high, closed high, closed a bit low, but on a very low volume day, closed high, didn't close high, closed high, closed high, closed high, and we're about to go again. So I'm pretty interested to see how Polkadot would go for a short-term view. If your idea is to hold Polkadot and just, hold it for years and make money, you don't really care about the short-term stuff. You're looking at the long-term stuff. Bounced 30 off the RSI perfectly on the 22nd of January before we start to make our way up. Testing again on the trend line, found support on my trend line, which I like to see. And now I'm starting to anticipate we'll have a run in the next coming days, maybe 1, 2, 3, maximum 5 days. I see Polkadot going for a nice run. How much? Hard to say exactly, but I'm going to do my best to give you some price predictions before we compare Polkadot to Ethereum. So we'll have a look at on the RSI tool. So Polkadot actually came pretty close to hitting 70 in the RSI on the 8th of November, and 70 on the RSI would take Polkadot to $27.81, which is about a 39 or 40% increase from where it currently is at the moment. And 80 on the RSI would give us a price point for Polkadot for $36.65, which is about an 84.18% increase from where it currently is at the moment. And if we hit 90 on the RSI, that's if we get a big blow off top, that would take DOT to $63.18, which is a 225% increase from where it currently is at the moment. And that again, I want to stress that is if we get the big blow off top. Major 50%, $32.75. Polkadot is still a while away from it. So short term, I see a good price increase for DOT, but I do expect some resistance around that major 50% mark. Now, if we have a look at Polkadot versus Ethereum, we see red across the board, down compared to Ethereum on the 1 year mark by 56%, year to date down compared to Ethereum by 13%, 6 months down compared to Ethereum by 18%, 3 months down to Ethereum compared to 3 months down compared to Ethereum by 35%, 1 month down compared to Ethereum by 22%, 7 days down compared to Ethereum by around 8.36%, and 24 hours up compared to Ethereum by a measly 0.58%. Now let's compare Polkadot or DOT compared to BTC value, and you can see major 50% playing out again, broke down past it, finding support almost on the 618 mark. But you can see even though cryptos and altcoins have been going up, they're losing value to Bitcoin because Bitcoin's value is so good at the moment. So it's just something you might want to play around with and just seeing how the price reacts compared to BTC or Ethereum. I would be shocked if this actually dips below the 618 mark. So I would feel pretty good about myself purchasing Polkadot against its BTC value. But I do want to see this number continuously increase because there's just better cryptos compared to BTC or Ethereum. So 618 mark, next barrier 50% mark, next barrier 382 mark. If we can go past that, then we really start getting into the bull run where we start seriously considering a lot of altcoins outperforming BTC. But this is just my take on it. It's not financial advice. I hope this video helped. Again, let me know if you preferred this kind of content and this kind of flow with the video. I'm going to give it a go for a couple of videos and see how we track once I get enough data. And then I'll see if we make it a permanent thing or if we go back to the old style. But thank you again always for watching, guys, and I will see you on the next video.